Totally, and it's how you reveal things too. Like one of the really smart things I think that was done in The House in the Middle of Nowhere in the script, effects-wise, is that you don't try to cram a ton of like half-ass effects in the film. You cherry pick, like there's some small ones, and then you have a couple major ones where it's like, okay, this will be a showstopper. Well, I got my start in makeup and creature effects with Trauma. I was doing a public access series in Minnesota, My Three Scums, horror comedy, and we got kind of notorious, but where are you going to go in Duluth, Minnesota? So we send a copy of our show to Trauma in New York, and Lloyd sends me out a letter saying that he loves the Scums and invited me out to Hell's Kitchen. So I instantly book a flight, meet with Lloyd, and we hit it off, and he invites me to come and intern on Citizen Toxie, which is Toxic Avenger Part 4, which at that time, that's like the holy grail. That's like Scorsese asking you to come and work on the next movie. Oh, like, mind blown. Where I'm from, like, that's not reality. It's not even planet Earth. Like, I was filing medical record charts, and I was a maintenance guy at night. Like, that's what I thought the future was going to hold. So this is incredible. So I go to New York, I intern on Toxie, and I get in with the makeup and creature effects department under Tim Considine, and who had worked on Part 2 and 3 and other things there, and he took me under his wing and taught me everything. And then I ended up working on Saturday Night Live a little bit, and Larry Fessenden's Wendigo, and some Broadway stuff, indie film stuff in New York, and then moved out to LA. And immediately, as soon as I landed in LA, through contacts with Lloyd and my mentor Tim, I get in on Angel and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then we got Joss Whedon's Firefly right after that at Almost Human Studios, where they gave me a shot to start working in LA. And everything kind of went from there. The things that inspired me early on was, I mean, I saw Gremlins 3 times in the theater as a little kid, and it blew my mind how kind of just lifelike and terrifying these things were, but how this little creature puppet reptilian thing could have personality, and you could have so many of them, and all of them having personality, which is essentially a puppet. And that's something I look at to this day, where it's like, that holds up so well. Like, I 100% believe those as real things. Like, there's nothing that looks fake about that. It blows my mind. And another effect that I wish you saw more these days, but people don't do them much, are bladder effects. When in the original Toxic Avenger, when Melvin is in the bathtub and he's turning into the Toxic Avenger and he's mutating, and his arms are bubbling up and his face is bubbling up, like, that stuff looks great. Thanks for watching, and hope you get involved in the House of Middle of Nowhere. It's going to be a wild ride, and we have a lot of really cool behind-the-scenes stuff that we're going to show you in the shop as we're building, and it'll be pretty enlightening and bloody and gruesome and sticky. So enjoy, and we'll talk to you later.